How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Scrap Mechanic DEVBLOG Review. We're going to see what's new with DEVBLOG 19. I'm not going to go through it word for word, so if you want to do that, check out the link in the description down below. But after that, we're going to check out all of the DEVBLOGs 1 through 19 in the greater context of Scrap Mechanic development to see what's going on with these DEVBLOGs, what's been happening with the recent DEVBLOGs, and what we can expect for DEVBLOG number 20. So that's going to be some interesting stuff, and I really want to hear what you guys have to say about that. But just before we get into that, let's go ahead and check out DEVBLOG 19. So the first thing that you see is this title image that shows a sewing machine. Now, if you don't know, this was previewed in a recent tweet by the Scrap Mechanic developers on Twitter, where they showed this image and just asked people, what could this be? So anyway, DEVBLOG 19, they immediately open up with, with that image, of course, but then they say, we know you've been waiting very patiently on information on when you'll be able to get your hands on survival mode for yourself, and they say, the honest assessment is that it's still too soon for us to commit to a hard deadline. So big surprise, yet again, they're not giving us any sort of deadline on when we're actually going to get survival mode. The last indication of a release date that they gave was an estimation of 2019 to 2020. I understood that as like, okay, great, maybe we'll get survival mode as a Christmas present. But I am still understanding the possibility that the release date will be in 2020, as they said. The possibility still exists. It'd be nice to have a Christmas present, but they did give themselves a whole 2 years of leeway. For all we know, it could be Christmas 2020. Hopefully not. Anyway, here we're taking a look at the DressBot. So the DressBot seems to be the piece of equipment that you need to be able to create different kinds of outfits. And we've seen previews of the different outfits in previous DEVBLOGs before, so personally I'm kind of excited to finally get a different look to my Durf. Same old outfit all the time gets boring after a while. And I guess these would be like the little packages of like different outfits that you can hang up in your closet, I guess. That image... Oh, it's... That image is the sewing machine. It's the top of the DressBot. Okay, see this thing right here, that's what it is. Okay, I thought it was an astronaut with a little, never mind. So yeah, the DressBot is pretty cool. You just have to harvest cotton from cotton plants, and then you'll have all the materials to make yourself some new outfits. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so then in here we have a bunch of previews of what defending your base in Scrap Mechanic is going to look like. Although this is entirely made out of cardboard, so, you know, it's not exactly a strong base, but... So we just got some cool screenshots, some more cool screenshots shown either at sunrise or sunset. It looks like a sunset. And here we have some cool GIFs that look pretty darn violent, to be honest. I gotta say, like, look at them, look at the farm bots just explode. Looks like it'll be pretty fun. Oh, look at this cool outfit with the mask, that's cool. Like a hazmat suit, super cool. All these combat previews, they're talking about you gotta come up with creative solutions, like create a moving base or, you know, it's to protect your resources from the farm bots, from them destroying it and stuff. So I kind of agree with them. It'll be interesting to see what sort of creative solutions we can come up with when it comes to base defense systems. Although thinking about this further, I kind of can't wait to find that tasty, tasty cheese. You know, those cheaty methods that just sort of break the game. Oh, and here they're showing that you won't be able to just stand on your lift. Yeah, that was something that I was actually wondering about. They actually pull your lift down to get you, so that's actually really cool. And, oh, look at this little guy. He's so cute. He's totes adorbs. Totally cute. Oh, don't you just want to snuggle him? He's so cute. He's so cute. It's so adorable. So what is this guy? What is this? What's the... Oh, they showed the glow stick. It was like a flare glow stick type thing. They showed this in a previous DEVBLOG, so it's basically like a little flare that you get to toss for some extra lighting at night. So I'm guessing then glow worm to glow stick. Yeah, so we're basically harvesting this poor little guy's glowing juices just for our own glow stick flare. What a sickening thing. What a sickening thing to do to such a cute little creature. I refuse. This guy is too cute. I refuse to use glow sticks. I'm not gonna use them. I'm not gonna use them. No way. No way. Glow juice is not that important to end that cuteness. Nope. And then of course in the recent DEVBLOGs we have the obligatory shots of the new terrain that we don't get to play with, showing these massive hills and draw distances that we can only dream of in Scrap Mechanic. So something that they mentioned about the terrain is that it's going to be generated randomly out of all the preset tiles that they had. But one thing that I was actually really curious about was how do they get all of these crazy landscapes with these huge like mountains, it looks like. So now the answer to that is actually down here, where they said the whole world is built out of pre-made tiles that are skewed. So it'll be interesting to see how all of the terrain assets react to this skewing of the tiles. Alright, and the developers are revealing another brand new location around the world. This is the propane station. It's supposed to be a high risk, high reward type of place to visit, so you can get the real valuable stuff like explosives and other cool stuff. But there's also going to be some very aggressive farm bots in there. Alright, the cookbot. The cookbot. This cookbot looks adorable. I think this design is really good. Really good, and I kind of like the, what looks to be something like a chef's hat. That's really cute. And there it is in-game. Totally adorable. But look at this. Oh my gosh. This has the label of meals on it. Although I'm not sure. I mean, this looks like you can clog your arteries in a single sitting. Oh my god. No, thank you. Like, this is pizza and fries on a burger. This is pepper on pineapple on pizza on pie? I don't even know what this is. There's like bacon, onions. Is that meat? I don't know. This is obviously a veggie burger on the bottom right. Just imagine the amount of calories that's just in one of these. Cool. We have banana plants. You can I thought I could have sworn bananas were a tree. And here we get a preview of all the different kind of food things. So we got blueberries, bananas, radishes, carrots, apples on a vine. That's an apple on a vine. And oranges on a vine. So we got some fantastic farming on the way, all so that you can get the resources for the cookbot to make yourself some meals. Very cool. And then we got a last GIF over here. I gotta say, this last GIF, it has me excited for Scrap Mechanic Combat, but this also looks very aggressive. Like, those animations look very, I don't know. Maybe it's the FPS of the GIF, but I can like barely tell what's going on between the three of them thrashing around like that. I mean, this is a pretty decent devblog. As far as devblogs go, this is, I guess, like an average one. Like, it shows some pretty cool content in it. Not that we're gonna get to play with it anytime soon, but, you know, it's still pretty cool, and you can definitely tell that these guys are artists. Because, you know, I like their work. This guy is totes adorbs. Very cute. I think this is my new favorite thing in all of Scrap Mechanic. This little guy right here. I'm gonna see how many of them I can keep as a pet, I swear to God. And if a farm bot dare touches my glowworms, oh my god, I am going ballistic on all farm bots. Do not touch my glowworms. But anyway, DEVBLOG 19 is a pretty cool devblog. Again, link is in the description if you want to check them all out yourself. But that's just the new stuff for DEVBLOG 19. Now let's take a look at all of the devblogs in the entirety of Scrap Mechanic history right here. Go down to DEVBLOG 18, go down to DEVBLOG 17. We're going to check out all these devblogs real quick. We're not going to go into too much details, but there's something that I want to point out to you guys. Okay, so down all the way at the bottom, we just have like a bunch of patch notes. These are Steam announcements, by the way, so they include game updates as well as devblogs. And eventually we get to devblog number 6. So already we don't have any access to devblog 1 through 5. I'm not exactly sure where I can find those, because even the Scrap Mechanic website isn't working as it should. And that probably explains why a lot of these older devblogs don't have images with them anymore. The images just aren't working anymore. And it's the silliest thing. As a web developer, I know exactly what's wrong with their website, and it's bugging me. It's the easiest thing to fix, and it would fix all of their devblogs. But whatever, their website's broken, it's not my problem. Anyway, so as you saw, we had some patch notes. We have devblog 6, and then immediately next we have some more patch notes. Patch notes, patch notes, patch notes, patch notes. Paint tool update, like a big update to the game. Patch notes, patch notes. Devblog 7. Oh my god, can you believe the rate of that development? We had so much information and so many game updates given to us in the past just between 2 devblogs. And this is a pattern that you're gonna notice gradually decrease over time. Here we have devblog 12, posted in August of 2017. And of course, devblog 12 is broken. That was Spud Gun and character animations and wildlife, I think. So whatever, August 2017, then we got 2 Scrap Mechanic updates, a raft announcement, and then devblog 13 in November. Every single devblog has just been 2 to 3 months apart from each other. And in between every single devblog, there's always been at least 2 or 3 game updates, or patch notes, or anything. We've always had some new content between devblogs. There's another update, there's another World Builder update, patch note, Tile Builder update, World Editor update, and then devblog 14 almost 4 months later. But you know what, that's perfectly fine with me because we had content updates to keep us busy. So here we have a test branch, an update for custom tile assets, Spud Gun update, test branch, Spud Gun update, test branch, and then the big 3.0 Spud Gun update finally released So we have April, May, June, July until the next devblog, but again, we had content updates in between those devblogs to keep us busy. But anyway, as you can see, this pattern is slowly and slowly diminishing. We're getting fewer and fewer updates in between these devblogs. So between devblog 16 and 17, we had the Challenge Builder update, and finally March of 2019, that was a huge gap between devblogs. We finally get devblog 17, and then nothing. And then April, May, June, for a whole 3 months, we didn't get any patch notes, no game updates, no content updates of any kind, and then we just get another devblog. And then again, for another 3 months, absolutely zero content updates. We don't get any updates to the game. There was like half a year at this point because there was 3 devblogs, 17, 18, and 19, no game updates between any of those devblogs. So now this has me wondering, what's going on with Scrap Mechanic development? Why aren't they actually pushing out updates? We want to play the game, of course we're excited for survival mode and all that, but the frustrating part about reading all these devblogs is that we don't actually get the content that we're seeing. Typically when we buy an early access game on Steam, we get access to the game early. As in, when the developer develops it, puts it into the game, we get to play with it, even if it's incomplete and very glitchy and broken. All of this content that we see, it's almost like as if the developers are developing a separate game entirely, and then when that's done, they're going to replace the current Scrap Mechanic with that new game. And to me, that's the weirdest thing because that's not what early access is. But just thinking about how, like, they have this game, this content, this early access that we don't have access to. And that's like the biggest frustration with Scrap Mechanic. So Axolot, please, for the love of God, if you're hearing this, release something. I don't care if I can't even build in it, if it's just a world that I can walk around in and see, you know, a bunch of cows and glowworms, or play around with the skewed terrain tiles and stuff. Like, I don't care if that's broken. If it's just new content for me to play around with, I'll be happy for a few months. But just give us something, Axolot, come on. Alright, so now the big question, what can we expect for devblog number 20? Well, that's going to be in another 2 to 4 months. But if these previous devblogs have been any indication, or if the developer's supposed deadline of 2019-2020 is any indication, we might be getting another game update before devblog 20? I don't know though, it might be right around the time of devblog 20. Developers said 2019-2020 for survival mode, right? So devblog 20 might be some kind of indication of a playable survival mode before it's actually released to us in 2020? I'm not sure. But if these previous devblogs are any indication, devblog 20 is most likely going to be the same thing, where we just see content from survival mode, but not a complete survival mode. So if I had to take a guess about the development of Scrap Mechanic, and I were to go through all these devblogs, like it was devblog 16 where they had containers, alright? Months and months and months later, devblog 17, 18, and 19, they're just working on just the environment for survival. So how many devblogs are they going to take to complete this survival environment? We still haven't seen any interactions with NPCs like other farmers, like the walks, the cows. So unfortunately, as indicated by the existing devblogs, I don't think devblog 20 is going to be any closer to a release on survival. If anything, I'm pretty certain that devblog 20 is going to be just like 17, 18, and 19, where they just show content from an incomplete survival mode. How long is it going to take? I honestly don't know, and you know, my hope was, come on Christmas 2019, at least something for a playable survival mode. But this recent devblog 19, again, the devblog has me excited. I'm excited for this content, and the devblog is good, but it doesn't indicate to me that by devblog 20, by a few months from now, we're not going to have that playable survival test. We're not going to have it, so it's a little bit upsetting, but then what do you expect? We've been going through this for 3 years at this point, and we've seen the pattern just get worse and worse over time, so we can expect no game updates between devblog 19 and 20, basically. But I'm definitely going to have to cut myself off here, because I get way too invested in this stuff, and I just go off on rants, so I am super curious. What do you guys think about all these devblogs and the development of Scrap Mechanic? Again, the link is in the description down below if you want to check it out for yourself. Do let me know down in the comments below what you think of this devblog 19. I'm actually really curious what you guys think about all this new stuff. What do you guys think of the glowworms? What do you guys think of the dress bot? What do you guys think of the cook bot? What do you guys think of the food, actually? If you had to choose one food to eat for the rest of your life out of that picture, which one would you choose? What do you think devblog 20 is going to be? And if you liked this extensive review, please hit that like button. And if you can do me a favor and just share it around with anyone else that likes Scrap Mechanic, that'll help the YouTube algorithm know that, you know what, this video is alright. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!